The book of Leviticus is the third book of the Bible and serves as a pivotal guide for how God's holy presence can dwell among a sinful people. It begins with God calling Moses from the tent of meeting, symbolizing the relational gap between a holy God and the rebellious nation of Israel, Leviticus 1:1. Leviticus explains how Israel, through God's gracious provision of sacrifices, priestly mediation and purity laws, can live in God's holy presence despite their sin and impurity. The core theme of Leviticus is holiness, expressed through the Hebrew root kadash occurring over 150 times. Holiness means being set apart as unique. God is holy because he is the creator and source of life, and those who wish to live in his presence must also become holy. The book's structure reveals this, with outer sections covering rituals and festivals, inner parts focusing on the priesthood, and key rituals such as the Day of Atonement at its center, Leviticus 16. This Day of Atonement illustrates God's mercy by symbolically removing the sins of the nation, allowing atonement and peace, Leviticus 16:29-34. Leviticus outlines specific laws for ritual purity and moral living, Leviticus 11:15-18-20. The people of Israel are called to live differently from neighboring nations, showing justice, sexual integrity, care for the poor, and holiness in daily life. The book consistently emphasizes God's identity with repeated phrases like, "I am the Lord" and "I am holy," to remind Israel of the source of their holiness and the motivation behind these laws, Leviticus 19:2-20-26. Though Leviticus contains detailed and sometimes challenging laws, it ultimately reveals God's gracious provision for sinful people to dwell with him. This theme carries into the New Testament, where Jesus fulfills the law's deeper purpose by embodying holiness through love for God and neighbor. In summary, Leviticus is a foundational biblical book that teaches how a holy God relates to a fallen people, providing a way for them to be holy and live in his presence through obedience, sacrifice, and faithfulness to the covenant, Leviticus 26:12-13. It lays out the spiritual, ethical, and ritual framework for Israel to be a set-apart people reflecting God's holiness to the world. This introduction draws on key verses such as Leviticus 1:1, 16:29-34, 19:2, and 26:12-13 to capture the essence and structure of the book within the character limit required. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe for more Bible stories. Thanks.